What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today, y'all, here we go again. Another loss. A game plan that was clearly looked at from Kansas City's standpoint and saying, hell, let's keep their offense off the field. But not only that, the play calling on offense was not good enough to win this game, and defensively, I mean, you get a third down, you get a third down, you get a third down, you get a third down. Just one of the biggest disasters when it comes down to it. I mean, this game was kind of slow starting out, but we should have known this. Kansas City has shown that in the second half of games, they always come alive. And for some reason, Washington didn't get the memo. Let's get to the keys. Key number one, utilize Ricky Seals-Jones in the quick passing game. They did that in the first half. They came down later in the second half and was still trying to do it, but they didn't change anything up. When they started to see that Terry McLaurin was getting triple teamed, I would have thought that Scott Turner would immediately say, hey, let's try to run some different plays on Terry McLaurin's side to get these guys up off of him, because right now they're triple teaming him. Scott Turner did not do that. Ricky Seals-Jones, again, he had a fairly okay game because, again, he set up there. He was playing well. He did his job. He definitely did his job. Got a touchdown. He did well, but again, I don't know why they kind of didn't change the game play when it came to them, the quick passing game. I mean, they just kind of missed it. Taylor did miss some throws. He definitely missed some throws, but I don't fully put this on him because, again, Scott Turner could have called some better plays. So, key number two, run the ball often. Now, this key was failed because of the Antonio Gibson injury. We don't really know how injured he really was. So, because of that, when the second half rolled around, you saw them struggle to run the ball a lot. And the fact that they couldn't get the running game going, that further sealed the deal for us, because at that point, we could not sit up there and basically run the ball at all. I mean, we were still throwing and everything like that, but it wasn't what we needed to do at that point to actually come back and actually win this game. Key number three, take advantage of Daniel Sorensen. Well, Kansas City got the memo, and they said to hell with that. They did what Washington is too arrogant to do. They benched their safety that was not playing well. And when he did come in the game, guess where he played? Close to the line. I think one time you saw him sprint out to in the passing game, but other than that, they had Daniel Sorensen close to the line. They refused to let him get beat deep. They went as far as to play the other safety, Thornton. They made him come into the game. So because of that, that key was achieved, but that key was achieved because the the Chiefs brass sat up there and said, nah, we're not going to let you sit up there and beat us. Number four, key number four, target Terry at least 13 times. We saw what happened. Terry McLaurin was getting targeted and everything. Taylor was off on a lot of plays to him. I mean, he kind of short-armed the pass that Terry had to drop. That was bad. There were two times where Terry could have had one could have been a touchdown, and the other one could have been a long pass. Taylor threw in front of him, like where the corner was, and Terry was behind the corner, and then he threw to his outside shoulder instead of throwing to the inside where Terry could have caught the easy touchdown. So again, like I said, Taylor was off a little bit, but again, I mean, the Kansas City went on and they started triple teaming Terry McLaurin to make sure that Terry McLaurin was not going to beat them. And they did a fantastic job doing that. But again, this is where you go back to Scott Turner and say, what other plays do you have to get this man open? And clearly, Scott Turner had nothing. Key number 5. Again, a key that was achieved due to injury. Stop Chris Jones by any means necessary. Chris Jones didn't even play. Didn't even play this game. And I'm glad that he didn't, because if he would have played, we're talking about we only scored 13 points in this game. If Chris Jones would have played, we probably would have been blanked by the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's just my opinion on that. Like I said, Chris Jones is that big of a factor in the game. But if he was in the game, yeah, we probably would have gotten blanked by the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 6, protect the middle of the field. They did not do that at all. I said it, and I kept saying it. When Patrick Mahomes scrambles, his receivers go to the middle of the field, and every single time, that's exactly what they did. Travis Kelce, with that little crazy pitch that Patrick Mahomes gave him, Tyreek Hill came way across from the other side of the field, all the way across, just so Patrick Mahomes can throw to the opposite side of himself. Like I said again, it's insane because we just did not do it. Travis Kelce again had big plays up the middle. Not only that, most of their conversions on third down happened in the middle of the field. That's the crazy aspect of all that. We're the worst team when it comes to third down conversions. Like, teams can convert on us. Patrick Mahomes and them, the Chiefs, are number 1. And sure enough, every time they turned around, they found a receiver in the middle of the field to basically get the third down. Crazy. Did not protect the middle of the field at all. Key number 7, contain Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. They did it the first half. Second half, it was over. Travis Kelce started playing very, very well. Got just basically made the difference in the game, and he was hurting. Tyreek Hill, again, another one. He was hurting too, and somehow still was able to make these big plays in the game. So again, another key that was failed. And last but not least, focus on the passing, but don't forget the running. Again, what happened? Darrell Williams had 2 rushing touchdowns. He actually ran the ball pretty well also. And Patrick Mahomes did what Patrick Mahomes does. He lets you sit up there and go into a passing defensive type of thing. He'll break out and do what he does, and that's run for first downs. He did that today. Washington lose the game 31-13. Gave up 500 yards passing. 500 yards passing. Crazy, crazy stuff. I guess the only thing they could say that they didn't do was give another quarterback 4 touchdowns in the game. Crazy thing about that was that the Chiefs tried, just like New Orleans, the Chiefs tried to give us the game too, and we did nothing with that. And at some point, defensively, you just got to sit up there and say, the hell with what we pay these guys. We're going to go with the guys that's going to win us the damn games. And clearly, Landon Collins, who didn't have that bad of a game, but guess what? Again, another team, one of the plays in the first half, guess who's found in the trailing position? Landon Collins. So I just think that it's time to start benching guys. Troy Apke was benched after 4 games. We're talking about now we're sitting here at 2-4, and nobody seems to be getting benched. Everybody seems to see, it seems like that everybody's jobs is okay. Everybody's job is intact. Everybody gets to keep their job. William Jackson III did not look good today. I told y'all, I don't understand what's the admiration for William Jackson III, because again, he's not getting it done. He's just not getting it done. Landon Collins, it's time to bring in the guys that were a part of this number 2 ranked defense. It does not matter what quarterbacks they were facing. The thing about it was that for some reason, the defense, the pass rush, everything was got to the quarterbacks a lot quicker and a lot faster due to those other pieces being in the scheme. Jimmy Moreland seems to be missed a lot. Everybody talked about how bad he was playing. I said it. I didn't think he was playing that bad. I do feel he was better on the outside, but guess what? You could have had that option there, but you didn't because now he's gone. Then you sit up there and you talk about somebody like Bobby McCain. Again, I don't get it. Landon Collins, I don't get it. William Jackson III, I don't get it. I mean, it's not. We're looking crazy as we go through this season because, again, at what point does Ron Rivera start benching people? The more things change, the more they stay the same. We're talking about we're now at the point where we're 2-4, and we don't see we've seen a defensive line regress to the point where we see them getting pressure, but they're not doing anything with the pressure. And this is so crazy. Scott Turner's play calling. I want to talk about that. Scott Turner's play calling and Taylor Heinicke's play. Clearly, these two, for some reason, as these games have gone along, they're starting to get off of the same page. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because Scott Turner is desperate to throw the ball so often, but Scott Turner hasn't schemed up anything to get some of these guys open. Like I said, we saw that Terry McLaurin was triple teamed. That play, that Ricky Seals-Jones touchdown play, you could have went back to that play a couple times in the game, and you didn't. Because on that play, guess what? Ricky Seals-Jones was open and Adam Humphries was open. You could have went to that play again to see if there was a chance that that play would work again, and you didn't. We got Green Bay next. And with us giving up 500 yards of offense like that is insane. Insane, y'all. 500 yards of, yeah, we didn't give up 4 touchdowns, but we gave up 500 yards of touchdown, 500 yards of offense. Not only that, we also as a defense gave the Kansas City Chiefs their longest offensive the longest touchdown play the longest touchdown drive of their whole season. We gave them the longest touchdown drive of their whole season. Not only that, like I said again, Kansas City basically went with should have been our offensive scheme, because guess what they did? They kept the offense off the field and kept the defense on the field. But like I said again, it's not like the offense helped that. I mean, you're talking about they could not, for some reason, Washington could not convert third downs. But a lot of that is Scott Turner's fault. Why would you throw on first down, then run on second down, and then have no choice but to throw on third down? I mean, that was insane. Then why would you throw on first down, throw on second down, then try to run on third down? Like, why would you do that? Like, you're not even having Kansas City believe that you're going to run the ball. And like I said again, Antonio Gibson went out, but if Jared Patterson is another guy and J.D. McKissick is another guy that both of them can run the ball, just give him his plays. Just let them run the ball. This was a game that we could have won. And to be quite honest, I don't see us really making an impact on anything else. You're talking about we are Green Bay, and then right after Green Bay, we go to Denver. I think we play in Denver. Because I think it's the 2 road games. This is crazy, y'all. This is absolutely crazy. I mean, because we're not putting up a fight. We're not putting up not 1 inch of a fight. Even to the point where Taylor Heineke throws an interception that was basically caught by the defensive tackle or defensive end on the back of the offensive tackle. Like that's crazy. I mean, hey, I don't know where we go from here. I don't know how we go along with this. This was a complete team failure in the game. We saw that in Buffalo, but I mean, even with Buffalo, we saw that the offense was still trying to win the game. This particular game is a complete team failure. You're talking about from players to coaches. This is a complete team failure, and it's very reflective of what is this season. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're seeing the Giants, the Cowboys, the Eagles, all their team. Those 3 teams are fighting. Dallas has been winning, but we seen the Giants are out there fighting, and winning games off of fighting. The Eagles are doing the same thing, out there fighting, and we are not even giving up the same amount of fight. This is embarrassing, y'all. This is truly embarrassing. On the Green Bay, we'll have my keys, and we'll go from there, y'all. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll go from there. And I got to deal with my son, who's a Green Bay fan. Ain't that a bunch of B? This has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.
We'll be right back.